entertainment. Oh, we're going to have yes. Let's go. The lineup, is that what you want to ask? It'll be when, we have 30 minutes or what. So, no, Lou and Trez will start tonight.
Coach over here, what do you think about all the hoopla that's been in the media today about you guys resting players on backs-to-back and things of that sort?
I'm not in the hoopla, to be honest, so I don't think much about it.
What's the plan for future back-to-backs with Kawhi?
We don't have a plan right now. Obviously, he hasn't played in a lot of back-to-backs. That doesn't mean he will not. But, right now, early on, we're going to keep to the same plan that we've kept to so far. Yeah.
Doc, the NBA released a statement today on the whole load management thing, and they said that they determined that Kawhi is not fully healthy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in the press conferences and media day, it was determined that he was healthy, or he said that he was healthy.
No, he feels great, but he feels great because of what we've been doing, and we're just going to continue to do it. There's no concern here, but we want to make sure. I think Kawhi made the statement he's never felt better. It's our job to make sure he stays that way, and that's important. But he played a lot of minutes in the playoffs last year, and so it's not a health thing. Really, it is in some ways. We want him to just keep feeling better, and getting better. I didn't ask, so I don't know.
Doc, is this his decision or is this a team decision?
This team, everybody's. Yeah, we're all on board. You mean the team? No, I'm sure they're like, no, Sid, we don't need you, No, I don't know about the whole pressure thing, or not. I don't know if it's pressure anyway. So, I don't know the answer to that. Obviously, it's better when everybody plays, when Paul plays and Kawhi and Lou, when you're completely healthy and playing. It's clear you're a better team. But it's an 82 game schedule, and guys are gonna miss games due to injuries, and due to injury prevention, and so it's just the way it is. And when that happens, you still expect your team to figure out a way of trying to win that night, no matter who's on the floor. That's the mentality that we have to have. I didn't think we did a great job of that in Utah. I thought we played hard, but we didn't play right. This is our second go at it.
Doc, obviously the 2 games he's missed have been the front end of back-to-backs.
Yeah.
Will it be the front end going forward, or is it just determination of different factors?
Yeah, just different factors. So far, that's been it. More rest days on the front end, but I can't say that that's going to be always it.
I'm sure you've heard this before. Just obviously there's probably some kid here, right? Who parents bought tickets, whatever.
They get to see me.
Is there a way to do this where you guys can maybe give them any more advance notice, or is that just kind of impossible?
There's definitely no way to do that. And listen, I'm a fan of basketball as well, not just the coach. And so I feel for that, I understand that. We obviously have to do what's right by our players. We have to. It's our duty. And for a fan, it's really a tough one, and there's no answer. There's no correct answer that I'm going to give you that will satisfy that person that you're talking about. Jim, are you late?
What's the fine? I'm used to paying fines.
You are fine.
We'll blame it on
you have
LA
no
traffic.
Issues. No issues.
Doc, when a team is trying to get together, like yours is, and it's called the process.
Yeah.
And when one of the members of that process does not play in a game like this evening, does it slow the process down?
That's a good question. I don't know the answer to it, so I don't know. I hope not. We're still working on the same stuff. We're still doing the same stuff. But that's a question I have no idea on the answer. Obviously, Paul George is out too. So clearly that where we want to be with our whole team intact, we haven't seen yet. We haven't had 1 minute of practice yet with that full team on the floor in that 1 minute, so, other than skeleton stuff, but I'm saying live action. So, clearly it's not the way you would plan it, but it's the way it is, and that's like real life to me. I tell my guys that all the time. Deal with it. It's life. Let's figure it out.
Doc, last year in the playoffs, Toronto used Kawhi on Giannis a lot. With him not available, what do you plan to do, going against Giannis tonight?
The whole team, really, that's what it's going to take. He's just a sensational player with a sensational mental makeup, which is probably what I like more about him than anything. He comes with a great approach to competition, and you have to deal with that approach. To me, there's very few players that you not only have to deal with their talent, but you have to deal with their approach. And when you're playing Kawhi or Giannis, you have to deal with his approach. Like he'll try to kill you if he can, and you have to stand in there and take the fire. And so, hopefully, we have enough guys that is able to do that.
Doc, the other day you touched on experimenting with resting guys in practice as opposed to in games.
Yeah.
How has that experiment gone so far, and could that be exploited for Kawhi?
Yeah, I'm sure it can be. I'm sure it will, but you won't know it because he'll play in a game and you won't know that we didn't do much the day before or whatever. You will because you show up to work every day, so you may know it. But we've been doing that. Like the league has done that for years. That's nothing new or earth-shattering. Coaches have been resting guys in practice for when did I retire? 21 years. So coaches have been resting guys for practice for 21 years. Because I practiced every day. That's not true, but I just thought I'd throw that out there. Yeah. I did load manage, yeah, I did. I load managed due to talent. The coach was taking me out in that plan. I had a talent management, yeah.
Doc, from a league perspective with the load management issue, do you think there's a better solution so there's like a closer gap between the interests of what's best for the team and fans, or do you think this is the best it can be?
The issue is take away all back-to-backs. That would be one. It's tough because sometimes guys get nicked, and they shouldn't play. They just shouldn't, and there's no way around it. It really isn't. So I'm not smart enough to have a solution to it. I'm just not.
Doc, over here. I know you said it's going to be a team effort defensively tonight, but is tonight maybe an illustration of why you guys traded for a guy like Mo Harkless, who has defended other teams' best players before and can maybe step on Giannis?
Yeah, and but we would love him to defend them with everybody else as well. I mean, that's when you're really good defensively. But we wanted as many guys that could defend as many positions as possible when we were sitting around this summer. And Mo Harkless is one of those guys. I think he's guarded all 5 positions so far this year. And that's the more guys you can get like that, it just makes your defense better. But listen, again, there's not Mo Harkless or any of us, there's no Giannis stoppers that I've seen yet. So there's team. You got to do it as a team.
Doc, Kawhi obviously didn't make the trip to Salt Lake City last week on the first end. I know it's kind of a unique trip, a road home back-to-back, but will he be here tonight, and what do you want out of him if he just in street clothes?
I don't know what I want out of him. I mean, he's in street clothes, but he's here already. So, yeah, but I don't know whatever. I don't know this. I can't answer the second question. Yeah, nothing live, though. He's still just doing skeleton work. So I think live is coming up soon, which I can't wait for. You can see he's very eager. He tries to slip in the last couple of practices. He tried to sneak in one possession unsuccessfully. But it's good. Like you can see he's worked all this time. He wants to play, and so he's eager. He's close. And, I think all of us are looking forward to it.
Doc, why was the decision made to rest Kawhi this game as opposed to tomorrow's game?
Well, we don't really choose. It's more, we did it in the first game back-to-back the other day. It's just more rest for this one, so he can heal. The healing process for each player is different. Yeah, I don't know the date, but very soon. Is that better? Very, very. If I say two varies, would that help? So very, very soon. Possibly our next real practice. Is that better? I'm just trying to help. Thanks, guys.